Hey guys, Billy Goat Swag back with another MW3 commentary. This one is going to be talking about the gameplay, some strategies I use, why I do what I do, what's going through my head, and some things that I could definitely do differently as I play, and I'll kind of walk through those with the gameplay. But first off, I want to start by showing you the class and my gun because that's pretty dang important, so here we go. Alright, so the class I use is, the gun is the MP7, and the attachment I use for that is rapid fire. You can exchange that with the silencer if you want. It just depends like what you're doing. I used to use the silencer a lot, but then I just switched out of it. I don't know why. And switched to rapid fire. And then the proficiency is range because that way I can fire a little bit longer distances. And if you're going to use the silencer, I would definitely suggest using range because that way it kind of counteracts the loss of range that you get from the silencer. But anyway, my secondary that I use is the MP9, and I use those akimbo, but once again, you can use those with silencer too if you want. The MP9 is my favorite secondary, hands down. It's really accurate, not too much kick unless you have it akimbo, but any gun akimbo is going to have quite a bit of kick. So, basically whatever you want to do on the secondary, I choose the MP9, and yeah. Anyway, so my lethal grenade, or whatever you want to call it, my lethal is the C4. The reason I use that, I used to use Semtex all the time, but I just switched to the C4, and it's working pretty well. That's because with the Semtex and stuff, mainly it's usually random Semtexes that I just throw across the map and hope I hit it where they're spawning. But I don't like doing that because it usually doesn't pay off for me, and then I try and throw it later on and I'm out one Semtex. So that's why I like the C4, because if I see a guy run around the corner and I shoot and I miss him and I know he saw me and he's probably coming back, I'll chuck my C4 and I can just wait, and I can just wait with that button. And when I think he's starting to come around the corner, I can click the button, and it's not timed or anything. It's just when I wanted to push it. So that's why I use the C4, and it's also handy like in domination. Put it up near the flag, and it tells you when they're trying to cap that flag. And if they don't see your C4, hit the C4, and you'll for sure probably pick off one, maybe two or three. So my tactical. The tactical I use is the flash grenade. Always the flash grenade, just because it's basic and it works most of the time. And you can kind of use it to get around corners. Like if you're on a smaller map and you want to chuck it over, that way you know where they're spawning and which way to turn and kill, or which way to head away from the enemy or to the enemy, depending on what you want to do. You can also use the motion sensor, that's fine. But the big thing is the primary. That's the big thing about this class, and the perks are pretty important. I choose sleight of hand because I use that on all my guns, just because I like to be able to shoot my whole clip and you know, like not have to worry about being pinpoint accurate. I can just kind of spray the guy and know he's gonna go down, or I can reload fast. And that way I can also swap to my secondary faster if I run out of ammo, which I tend to do because of how much I fire. Second perk is quick draw. I used to use hardline with my submachine guns, but I just found that it really doesn't make a difference anymore because I don't have as much problem getting my kill streaks. So I switched to quick draw. That way I can throw out my C4 and my flash grenades faster. And if you're going to use C4, I definitely would suggest using quick draw because, you know, you got to throw it out and then click the button. So it just makes it faster to be able to do that. And my third perk I choose is Stalker. I just started using Stalker like last night, and it's working out pretty well for me. I used to use either Marksman on my assault rifle classes, or I would use, Steady aim on my submachine guns. That way I could hip fire better. But Stalker works too. That way I can just aim down my sight, and you move so much faster. It's ridiculous. And then for strike packages, you can see here I use the care package. Just started using that, the attack helicopter and the Reaper, and that's what I do. And then my death streak, if that matters, is juiced. And that's about it. But like I said, the big thing is the gun, rapid fire, range on the MP7 with snow camo, which doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's what class I use, and it has worked out for me pretty well. This is kind of my go-to class for smaller maps. So yeah. And once again, I want to stress that's not my class for all maps. That's just like my smaller maps, or my maps that play small, such as Dome, Arkaden, Seatown, maps like that, and even Mission, because I mean, if you stay in the middle, it plays pretty small. But anyway, that's it for the classes, and now I'll just kind of walk you through what's going on. Basically, first off, I just want to apologize to anyone that was looking forward to like the really long episode of MW3 and me just playing and my reactions to stuff. I was going to do that, but I had some other stuff going on, and I had to get that top 5 plays out because I actually do that for someone else that promotes my channel for me to do their commentary. And right here, you'll see I'll come around the corner. Oh, sorry, not there. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. You'll see it later. Anyway, so yeah, sorry I couldn't do that long episode. That should be coming soon-ish, maybe. But for one, I had to do that top 5 plays, and 2, today's been an awful day at COD. I just haven't gotten anything. I got this last night, and so, but today I just couldn't make anything happen. I had trouble even getting a care package. So, that's basically why I didn't do that long episode today, and I don't think I'm going to do a Minecraft episode today either. I'll just stick with the top 5 plays. Hope you guys enjoy that, and then also this video, of course. Anyway, moving on. Basically, you'll see me like jump out that window and stick around there a lot, and that's because a lot of people don't expect that. They're more looking towards like the back entrance to the building and like those stairs where I just were and where I'm aiming right now, and right there. Those are the main points where oh my gosh, can't speak. Where they expect people to come in and come out of. So a lot of the times when you jump out that window, you can catch a lot of people off guard and come behind them and flank them. And it's an easy kill. And here's what I was talking about. There's 2 guys right there that I probably should have got, but I didn't. And so I spawned luckily right there, and I know that they're going to be coming through there. How I know that is because those are the main traffic areas. They're either going to come through that door or directly behind me up those that little flight of stairs right there towards the back entrance. And so you can either expect them to be coming straight at you and aim down your sight and be ready, and I pick up a double kill right there. Or if they would have went the other way, it would have been simple to just get behind them and just take them from behind. That's what she said. So that's why I did that, and it just helps to know the spawns and like the main traffic points of the map. And I might do a video of that sometime, of just spawns and main traffic points. So who knows? But anyway, moving on. Trying to think of anything that happens right there. Once again, I'm in the middle of the map, as you can see. Just catch people off guard. And another thing I want to say is you can look at the radar, and we have an advanced UAV out, and pay attention to that. If you hear that you have a friendly UAV or a friendly advanced UAV, look at your mini-map. It helps you so much, and you can catch them off guard 9 out of 10 times. I don't know why anyone wouldn't. And personally, I'd rather play with a player that has advanced UAV and UAV in their kill streaks and can get them consistently and once or twice a game or 3 times a game and know where the enemies are, instead of a player that can get an AC-130 and annihilate for the 30 seconds that the AC-130's out. If you can know where they are the whole game, you're going to be good. And you're going to be able to catch them off guard and have the upper hand 9 out of 10 times. 10 out of times maybe. So pay attention to your radar. It is very important. But however, on that note, don't stare at your radar either. That's bad. You got to keep a lookout for your, like, what's ahead of you, basically, because it takes a little while for the radar to refresh. And so just kind of glance up at it every once in a while. And when you see that blue line go across the radar in the corner of your eye, you know it's updated. So take a glance up there real quick, see if you see any red dots, and pick them off. And right there, I'm trying to use the SCAR-L with ACOG. I hate the ACOG sight. I'm just going to say that right now. And, yeah, that's... I just hate the ACOG. I don't know why. It makes the recoil so much worse, I feel like. And I get a care package right there, as you saw. I got it a little while ago. And I call it in. And it ends up being a UAV, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I'm a gambling man. I like to gamble on care packages, even enemy care packages. If I don't know if they're friendly or not, I'll gamble on it. And then, like, right here, here's another place that the enemy doesn't usually expect people. So you see I'm kind of sneaking along this ledge, and usually people use this in, like, private matches. And that guy right there had no idea where I was coming from. He's not going to be looking above him to see if there's anyone on that ledge. He's going to be looking for the 9 out of 10 the regular people that are going to be on the ground coming through that entrance, which I'm sure is what he was doing. And right here, this is what makes the game for me. I get an epic kill feed with and then end it with a Claymore, or not Claymore, sorry, C4. So I was super happy about that. Had that not happened, I probably wouldn't have even put this gameplay up. But I was super happy about that, so that was nice. And you know, you gotta just take some part of COD is luck. You can have times where they're all grouped together, and you just gotta take your chances, or I mean, you just gotta take advantage of those chances and try and pick up as many people as you can. Which, if you're in a big group of people, usually it's not too good to just spray in there. What I like to do is I like to pick one person and hit him, and then once he dies, I'll just keep shooting and go for the next person. Because if you spray him, sure, you're injuring all of them, and you might pick up a ton of assists if your enemies come by, but you're probably not going to kill anyone, because as you have one stream of bullets going, they have like 5. And so that's why I always pick one person. And I pick up my Reaper here, and I'm starting to get better with my Reapers. A little bit better. I'm starting to use the zoom. When I first started using Reapers, I didn't even know that you could use zoom, or that they had a zoom, so I would just shoot from a long ways. But when you zoom in, you can actually see like the people instead of just like the red squares, so you can see if they're outside or not, which is really handy. So I advise you to use the zoom on that if you aren't already. And I might do a video on how to get a little bit better kill streaks, or higher kill streaks, because I've been starting to be able to get them. But I want to talk about the care packages real quick. I found that care packages are an excellent strike package to have. It's kind of a gamble, but if you don't mind the risk, it's well worth the reward that you'll get sometimes. Like, I had a game where I got like 2 or 3 care packages, and I got a Predator missile, which is nothing special. But then I got an AC-130, and then my third one was a AH-6 Overwatch, and I finished that game very strong. If I hadn't died a lot, I would have definitely had that game up here, but unfortunately I died a ton too, so I had pretty much like a 1 KD. And that one was an IMS, which are always handy. If you're gonna, and okay, I'm just gonna kind of talk about things sporadically. If you have an IMS, don't necessarily place it right in the middle. Okay, that was kind of a bad place to put it, because they can stay out of range of where the IMS is. But anyway, sorry, I didn't get as much accomplished this video as I planned on it. Anyway, if you like this and you want to see more, and hopefully I'll be able to put my thoughts together a little bit better in the next one, be sure to subscribe, and let me know what you think. Leave a comment, rate the video, and just tell me what you think. I had a great time making this, and I hope you guys enjoy MW3 and learned a little bit from this about the class and things like that. Anyway, guys, this is Billy Goat Swag. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.